Yeah, hello guys. Welcome to today's tutorial. So we'll continue from where we stopped in the last class. So we'll continue with the assignment operators. We are looking at data operations in Python, and we are currently in assignment operators. What are assignment operators? These are operators that you use to assign a value to a variable. These are what we know as assignment operators. So example is the equals to, plus, equals to, minus, equals to, multiplication, equals to. So all these. So let's get into it and see an example. For example, let's say we have a variable. Let's say we have a variable called x. X is equals to 10 and y is equals to 5 and y is equals to 5. So basically what we are doing here is we are assigning a value, the value of 10 here to the variable x, to this placeholder. We are also assigning this 5 to y. So this equals to here is an assignment variable. So then the other one is the plus equals to here. So for example, we can have x, y, z. Let this be z. Will be plus equals to x. So this is equivalent to is equivalent to is the same as us saying x. Okay, let me just write it here. Equivalent to x equals to x plus, what am I saying? It should be z. It's the same as z equals to z plus x. So z plus x give us what? So basically z has not been declared. So let's initialize z here. Let's say z is equals to 0 here. Yes. Then we are now reassigning a new value to z here. Or let's give it the initial value of 2 here. So what will this be? This will be z, which is 2, plus x, which is 12. So you can see that by printing out the value here. Print z plus equals to x. Now let's so we can let's now print the value of z. There's no need to do that again. Just need to print out the value of z. New terminal, then Python free. Okay, so I haven't saved this. Let me save it. Then let's see. We can see 12. The reason why you returned this true is because of the last class, what we did here. This is true. So I didn't save it when I commented it out. So but as soon as I save it here, you can see the answer here, 12. You can see. So I can also change it. Let's add y instead. So z plus equals y. So that's automatically z plus y, which is 5 plus 2, which will be 7. So you can see. So basically that, let's look at other examples here. So we can have z z minus equals to minus equals to y. And what do you think that will give us? That's equivalent to z minus y. So z we have 2 minus 5. That should give us minus 3. So then if we print out z, let's see. Oops. Oh, oh. That is what's happening there. Okay, that was a mistake. I was using, so you can see here we have the 2. We have 2. So basically that's the way it is. That's the way assignment operators works. So the same way it goes also, we can have z multiply equals to x, it will multiply it, so which will be equivalent to z times. So we can have z divided equals, which is equivalent to z divided by x. So okay, let's look at this one. This one is exponentiate. Let's take a look at it. We can have z here and exponential of x. This, you can print out the answer there. Print out z. So I'll save this images so you can see it here. So the exponential of z exponential x gives us this value. So and so on and so forth. These are all the assignment variables we have. So you can take time and take a look at it in your spare time. So after the assignment operators, the next thing we want to look at is the identity operator. It's used to compare the memory location of two objects. Is returns true if both variables point to the same object, and is not returns true if they do not point to the same object. So let's see an example. Let's say we have A equals to an array containing 1, 2, 3, and B also equals to the same thing. So we now have the same thing. These two variables, they are different variables, but they contain the same value. Remember, there are two different variables, which means that they will point to different location in the memory of the computer. You remember a variable, is a placeholder that is used to store a value in the computer's memory, So it's allocate a space in the memory. So the fact that they contain the same thing does not mean they are the same thing. They are not the same thing. They exist individually. So you can see that by using the is to compare them, you can have a print A is B, and this should give us false. So if I run this A is B, I get false. And if I run print A is not B, is not B, save it and run it. You can see true because it is not B. It is not B. But in the advent, if I change this now to say B equals A and I run it, you can see that A is B because now B is pointing to the same location as A. So A is B, true. A is not B will give us false. So this should give you an understanding of the identity operator in Python. Then the next thing is you want to look at the member operators. So they are similar to the identity operators. Very, very similar. Oops, sorry about that. So let's take a look at how it is. We need to comment this out. So for the member operators is used to test if a sequence is present in an object. So it returns true if sequence is present in an object, and it returns true and not in returns true if sequence is not present. So we have the in and not in. Is A in B? Is A not in B? So let's go to an example. You will understand it once I start. So for example, you can have x to be equals to 1, 2, 3. Let's have it like, okay, let me stop at 6. And then I can print out. Let's check if is 3 in x. And let's run the. We can see here we have true. 3 is in x. 3 exists in x. But in the advent, if we change this to 7, because 7 does not exist in x, and we run it, it should get false. You can see false, it doesn't exist. So the same ways goes for not in. So we can say print 7 is not in x. And when we run this, we get true. So basically that rounds up this tutorial on operators in Python. In the next class, we'll be looking at something different. We'll be looking at the control flow, which is the if statement and loops. Taking a look at that in the next class. So see you in the next class. Kindly like and subscribe to my channel for more informative tutorials like this.